Welcome back, everyone. Happy Sunday. Hope everyone is well. My name is Fabrice, founder of the amateur football platform. We're gonna go straight into it. Gonna go straight to the Div 1, Div 2 results. And again, just to let you guys know, Pete, who's manager of the Sundays and founder of Old Peps FC, and Danny, the vice captain of the first team from Peeps, will be on the show. But let's go straight to the results from Div 1 and Div 2 of the Sunday Vets Football League. The results from yesterday in the Cup, Roving Reporters 0, LSU Masters 7, Independent First 5, Johnson and Phillips 2, Metrogas 3, Bromley Vets 3. Metrogas win on penalties. These are all in the Cup, apart from the Independent result. New Park home win. Woodcombe Sports and Socials 1, Charcoal 4 in the Cup. And this is how the league looks at this present moment in time. Independent first, Leone Star second, Long Lane third, LSU fourth, Charcoal fifth, New Park sixth, Glebe seventh, Johnson and Phillips eighth, Sporting Santos ninth, and Metrogas 10th. These are the up-and-coming fixtures. All cup competitions, I believe, in Div 1. And you're looking at Glebe versus Cray, Independent versus Catford Wanderers, Long Lane versus LSU Legends, New Park First versus Sporting Santos, Metrogas versus Charcoal, and Swanscombe Tigers versus Johnson and Phillips. Going straight to Division 2 from yesterday, Bow Street 4, the Legends 3, Cray Wanderers 1, Parkwood 3, Kawuya 2, Wallenham 6, Node Lakers 1, Catford 3. And this is how the table looks right now. Wallenham first, Seagas second, Hollington third, Catford fourth, Bow Street Runners fifth, Kawuya sixth, Parkwood seventh, London South United Legends 8th, Cray 9th, and Norwood Lakers 10th. And we have a huge fixture list for Division 2. Cup competitions, Glebe versus Cray, Hollington versus Parkwood, Independent versus Catford, Legends versus Stevenage Vets, Long Lane versus LSU Legends. Haven't I said LSU Legends before? Oh, okay. I think there's kind of something that's repeating there. I'm not too sure exactly who Legends are facing, but they've got 2 games in like one day. SP Athletic versus Wallenham, Seagas versus Cudham, Wallenham versus Bow Street, Kawuya versus Seagas. Okay, so that's the roundup of Div 1, Div 2. So let me bring in the special guest today. I just want to say big shout out to Sean that literally contacted me a few months ago talking about his team very passionately. And I was very, very intrigued. And again, I believe this is a team to actually watch out for. Again, I can't wait to actually dig into the journey of the club and also the journey of the manager, Peter, and founder of Old Peps FC, and also Danny, who is the vice captain of the first team. Guys, welcome to the show.
Evening. How are you? You all right?
I am well. Thank you so much for like coming on. And you know what? Let's just start straight away. When was Old Peps FC found, and what was the reason for club started?
Well, it was founded in 2020. We started off the back of the lockdown. I had a call from a friend, and we decided that we would do something properly. And we are here where we're at. We decided that we would we would have a remit around mental health and stuff like that, especially in men. And given the time that we were in, found ourselves that there was a bit of a niche market to come into in grassroots football. So here we were, and that's what we did. We found ourselves excuse me, sorry, we found ourselves coming into the league and getting onto the setup very quickly.
Okay, cool. And to the vice captain, Danny, what was it that attracted you to the club?
I would say they had a good. When I got there, I went there during pre-season friendly. I had a couple friendlies with them. Got invited down by a friend of mine, and the vibe of everything was just nice. Everything was nice. They played good football as well. On top of that, and I could see the growth. I could see like a vision sort of thing in the club. So it felt good, and I just wanted to be a part of a club that felt good and play good football. So
Cool.
yeah,
and Pete is like Daddy decent then.
Danny, he came on board, and to be fair, he had options in a higher league. He had options to go away to a higher league and play, a better standard. If all being honest, but we managed to keep hold of him, and his vocality and his general charisma and everything else that he brings to the club generally put him in the fold for the vice captaincy. It's something that we're very passionate about. We're looking to keep hold of our best players and certainly look to move forward as a club and as a unit. And Danny's going to be hopefully a big part of that.
Wow. And Danny, what position do you play?
Well, striker is my favourite position, but I play anywhere on the top line, the right, the left. They've actually put me in a number 10 this season, and yeah, I'm quite enjoying it. Yeah, I've never that's one position I never really played, but yeah, I'm running through guys, so I'm enjoying it at the moment.
No, brilliant. Actually, Pete, what's your kind of footballing journey?
Mine, I've been sort of amateur all my football career, really. Started off with a team called the Works back in 2008, and we won the cup. And a lot of the core of those guys actually came on board and started this with me when we started this. So yeah, we done the same thing again. We emulated what we did in the first season of our stint in 2009, and we went on and won the cup last year. So yeah, we're looking at kicking on from there this year, really, and really making a statement.
Okay, nice. And you like guys are based in the Southern the Southern Vets Football League, which is amazing. Like seven divisions, and definitely probably over 200 teams, maybe, possibly. But like, what makes Old Peps different from the other Vets teams?
If I'm honest, I think it's partly what we stand for with regards to helping men with their mental health. And then over and above that, it's how we treat everyone. We've got football at the club available for everyone. It doesn't matter what you come on board, what kind of level you're at, and where you're at. We just we've got football for everyone, with a casual setup and stuff. So yeah, we generally don't sort of say no to anyone. So that's, for me, what makes us a little bit sort of different to anyone else.
Cool. And same like question to like Danny.
With Pete, we're what I've seen and how we've even started this season. We're just the best. It's just playing like that. The way that we play football, like the build up, the quality up front, the quality of players that we have throughout the team is it's I didn't even expect it when I come, but it's crazy, and we're definitely going to be challenged for a lot this season.
Oh, we've lost the tone. You've gone quiet, mate.
I hear you.
You know what? My fault. You know, I literally had it on mute. That's an amateur move, but you know, hey, it's the amateur football channel, so apologies. I'd say like a bit of a side note to that. I mean, and actually love to kind of get both of your opinions about this. Do you think Vets football has a negative stigma? You know, when you kind of come up to 30, 31, 32, you know, when like, you know, people mention vets and football, there's just I don't know. Yeah, I'd love to know if like you guys think it's got a negative stigma.
Yeah, I can go. I can answer
that.
Yeah,
I'll let Dan answer that. Yeah, go on.
Yeah. Well, in this vets team that in Peeps now, I'm one of the oldest vets, so I'm 38. But I've just started vets this season because even me, before this, I had that stigma about I'm still too good to play for the vet sort of attitude sort of thing. I'm still playing like first team football, but yeah, it's surprised me how the quality and how good vets actually are. Yeah, the quality around is, I can't deny it. Yeah, but I can be honest. The initial thought beforehand, to say two seasons ago, I was thinking, no, I'm not going vets yet. I'm not playing that, like, you know, that slow football. But it's nowhere near that. It's nowhere near that.
And Pia?
For me, no, there isn't a stigma around it at all. When we started the club, we decided that we would do things properly, and we would start from the top and work our way down. And we found that getting a core of vets in was quite an easy thing to do. And yeah, I mean, with the banner that we have above the club with regards to the mental health side of things, then you know it just adds to the additions and adds to the core and having a good, you know, group of players to be able to call on. So yeah, for me, no, there isn't. I can see where Danny's coming from as a player, because yeah, I mean, if I was sort of in Danny's shoes, I'm 38 and still sort of being able to cut it, then I wouldn't want to either. But yeah, for me, it's not. For me, there's nothing there. There's no stigma there really. You do get the odd player that doesn't quite want to come over yet, but you know they tend to come to a friendly or two, and then they want to be a part of it, don't they, Dan? So yeah, that's kind of where we're at, really.
And I've got a message, and again, thank you to all of the messages. Keep them flooded in. I mean, literally, I'm getting, literally getting wave upon waves of them comments. So Glinty's come in and said, I like played Peps pre-season. We're a good passing team, and literally, yeah, you know, like a good quality team. And like, is it really important not only to actually play good football, but also football that actually wins games?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's all about playing good football and football that wins games as well. You know, when we came off of a game a couple of weeks ago, we were disappointed that we'd conceded one in a 5-1 win or something. I think it was, Dan. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I remember, you know, you come off disappointed that you'd conceded the one. So yeah, for me, it works on both fronts really. You've got to be, you know, winning games and playing good football at the same time.
And for like you, Danny, as the kind of vice captain, how like important is it regarding communication and again, like we are like all of an age where communication is key now. You know, you can't just talk to someone like they're little kids. It's just about finding that right balance to motivate someone and also being honest when things are not going right.
Yeah. As well, I was when they asked me to be vice captain, I was kind of shocked myself because on the pitch I've always been a vocal player on the pitch to try to encourage my teammates around me, but at the same time it can come across. I don't know, because I'm so passionate, it can come across to some players a bit, maybe a bit harsh. So I've had to learn myself how to communicate effectively on the pitch to get the best out of everyone. So yeah, I'm happy that that was seen within me when I joined the club. That I came to the club with a way to encourage every player, to encourage them that they can play nice football, they can play on the floor, they've got it in them to do it, and it's been shown. We've been showing that in matches. So I was happy that I was a part of bringing it out of certain players as well. So yeah.
That. And PSN Talents come in and said best amateur club around, hands down, from vets to the Sunday team. Everyone deserves credit. And this probably nicely leads me up, onto probably another question. And this is probably to like Peter. What's the kind of toughest thing regarding running a football club?
If I'm honest, it's the admin. The toughest thing to run in a football club. You can get people there every week and everything else, but for me, the toughest thing is the admin and the speed in which we've grown. It's been crazy, and to be able to find the right people to help you in certain roles, certain with certain secretarial duties and stuff like that. For me, it's the biggest thing to run a successful club. The admin has to be right, and ultimately, I think we're doing it at the moment. But yeah, it's by far the hardest thing.
And how important is it for you, Peter, to actually have the right people around you, like people that you can trust, regarding growth and branding, and of course recruitment as well?
Oh, massively. Yeah, it's hugely important. We've got players that we trust on to draw players in. We've got players that we trust on to help in-house with certain things. We've got players that play and are actively running secretarial duties for both the first, second and Sunday team. So yeah, I think for me it's hugely important that you have a group of people around you that you can trust. It would be silly to have people that you don't trust, really,
Yeah, very true, very true. And Cass has kind of come in and said they're a great bunch of lads. Big shout out to LSU. And Tom Murphy has come in, said came to the Sunday team with the intention to help with my own mental health, and the support from management and team players have definitely helped me with my mental health, which is absolutely amazing. And actually, Pete, you also manage the Sunday team. How is that going for you?
Yeah, that was something that's actually just come about. Actually, I had been playing initially at the start of everything, and the start of the club. I'd been playing in goal, and decided that this season the Sunday team needed a bit of help, and so yeah, we've won 2 of our 3 games, I think, so far. So yeah, we're kicking on and really getting into the swing of Sunday League football. So yeah, we're really proud, really pleased with how things are going.
And a question to like both of you, but I'd like Danny to actually start. What's been the most challenging situation that you've had in your life, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, I'm born and raised in Peckham, so there's been a lot of challenging moments throughout my life. But I would say for me, the most challenging was having my first child, having my son, the first child, because I never thought I was the type to even have a child or a family. Do you know what I mean? So having my first child, that was daunting. But yeah, it was crazy but exciting at the same time. So that was a major moment in my life.
And actually having your first child, did that show you a different type of love that you've never experienced before?
It showed me how to like give a different type of love. Yeah. yeah, and knowing that I had someone depending on me in that way, just brought out a different side to me, a different aim in life that I was always willing to feel. Yeah,
Mm.
definitely.
And actually probably being, and again, like, please correct me if I'm wrong, probably being like a vice captain and in a kind of very successful football club as well. You know, that's like something that you want your like family to kind of look at later on in life as well, to say, wow, like, you know, like my dad was actually part of this journey.
Exactly. I've got 3 kids now, so yeah, it's being the vice captain and telling them, "Oh, daddy," like I always come back with my football story. So yeah, letting them know that daddy's like a captain of a team or a vice captain. It's just, it just shows them that, you know what I mean, in anything that you can do that you do in life, you gotta just make sure you're positive and not just be positive to yourself, but whoever's around you, your close people around you, just try to encourage them to do better as well. That's how I see it. Yeah.
And same question to Peter.
I'd probably say the same thing. If I'm honest, the most challenging thing that's happened in my life that sort of taught me the biggest lesson was having my daughter as well. Taught me again how to give a different kind of love, and you know, certainly taught me how to, you know, how to share myself a bit more. You know, it was until I had her, it was all a bit sort of self-motivated and stuff, and now it's all about her and the kids. So yeah, going forward, I've got 4 kids now, 3 stepchildren, but you know, they're still my kids. But yeah, we're a growing family, and yeah, this is a challenging moment now, really, with having what we've got going on as a club and all of the things that we've got going on behind the scenes. It's challenging, equally as challenging now, trying to juggle this and that as well.
Yeah. Oh, amazing. And you know, and like we all come from that kind of generation. And again, I definitely want to touch upon this before. I think it was that kind of masculinity, like it's, you know, that kind of ego that literally put us ahead. Well, that we thought put us into our peer groups. And again, it's not until someone is relying on you and let's say you actually want to feel that unconditional love from someone, that's actually when you know that everything that he was doing before just doesn't mean anything.
No, not at all.
That's it. Yeah.
You're right. Not at all.
It's
All
crazy.
that, all the fun and games. Yeah, it's. I mean, it's everything's a part of life. But yeah, when reality hits and when you have to have people to rely on, or family or kids, or you know, to rely on you, then that's when you have to show your responsibility to life and to your loved ones.
Yeah, amazing. And again, let me just say thank you to all of the comments coming in. Like I'm just trying to catch up. Alrighty. So PS Talent has come in and said best third team in the league since Pete took over. I'm guessing that's meant to say best rather than beat. And again, PSN Talent, also the charity work that they do is amazing. Ramsgate was amazing today for everyone. Pete, could you kind of talk to me about the charity work that you do?
Yeah, of course. So what we did when we sort of put the club, got the club together, and myself and Ben, who is the co-founder, we got together and we decided that we would ultimately still have a piece of the club that we give back always, and we decided that we would have 4 or 5 charities close to our hearts that we would work for. So one of them being Prostate Cancer UK, one of them being Mind, of course, another one being Lily Foundation, and then the other one being the British, or is Asthma and Lung UK now, I think it's called. So with those 4 charities, we aim to raise as much money as possible for them whilst we're doing our charity work, as well as trying to, you know, win trophies on the pitch as well.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing. And Sean Terry said, Danny's an absolute legend, lifts everyone on the pitch and a great leader. And actually, you know what? Danny, question to you. What really winds your gears? What's the one pet peeve that you hate any of your teammates doing?
Mate. I've got I'll say two. Well, definitely one is not doing the simple things correctly. Definitely, I've got three.
It's all coming.
It's all coming out now.
Not doing the simple things correctly. Obviously, we all make mistakes, but constantly doing like the same thing. I'm not saying just Peeps. That's in general, yeah. That's in general. I've always believed that football's a communicating game, so everyone on the pitch should either communicate with the person next to them or communicate. And just in general, no one should be silent in the game. So, and like people not talking, that kind of irks me. And then when people waste too much time talking to the ref, yeah, I guess I'm not.
Okay. And Ant has said shooting from 50 yards.
Oh yeah, that
one. Oh dear. Oh gosh. Actually, talking about referees, like in how important is it that we all as kind of masters or vets respect the referees and to respect the officials and like Peter, I'd love for you to go first.
Probably not the person you need to ask. I love an argument on the pitch, me. But no, in general, yeah, it is hugely important that we respect the referees. But for me, there needs to be a degree of respect back as well, and there's something that you don't get very often. For me, on the pitch, you get a very much, we're gonna rule with this way. We're gonna rule in this way, and that will be that. We're not going to be approachable anymore. We're not going to be this and that. So I think for me, whilst the respect campaign has been a great thing for grassroots levels and the younger kids, when it comes up to being adult football and everything else like that, for me, it's, you need to communicate more with the players. You need to let them know why you're making certain decisions and why why you feel like that decision is the right one, certainly with the captain. And for me, that has gone out the window entirely. So for me, you got to respect them, because ultimately without them we don't have a game. We don't have a game. We can't play a game that's officiated without an official. So you got to give them the respect that they are deserving of. But then ultimately, then if they do make mistakes, then they are going to get castrated for it, which unfortunately is the way of the world, unfortunately. But they are a huge part of the game, and if it wasn't for we didn't have them in the game, we wouldn't have a game. So
cool. Ant Honors kind of come in and said Pete does a fantastic job running the club, works all around the clock to get free teams, pre-season games, new kits, sponsors, charity games at the new den, and also Dan is a great addition to the team. Peter, when do you sleep? Like, when like, seriously?
Very rarely, if I'm honest. There's a lot going on, and it's something that I'm very passionate about. And if I could click my fingers and have us ready and playing at that level and being that kind of stable club, then I would. But to get there needs to be that hard work put in, and ultimately I'll rest when it's done. I think that's going to be my motto. I'll rest when it's done.
Yeah, I love that. And I think I'm actually thinking of other teams I have spoken to, and honestly and truthfully, Old Peps, your ethos and your message really is about mental health. That's kind of something that you two have really spoken heavily about, and also reading the messages as well. I think we all know that suicides in like men aged between 40 and 49, 50 is the highest in the UK. And yeah, I mean, I'd love to get your opinions about how we can encourage a lot more conversations regarding men and their mental health. I'm kind of all ears.
Dan, you want to go first, mate?
Yeah, I think with definitely mental health within men. I think as men we need to talk more. I think we need to confide more in our family and our friends, and don't be afraid to never be afraid to express yourself or to say what's on our mind, because once it's out. My nan's always told me, once you express yourself and you let out whatever's eating you up inside, it's just like a weight off your shoulders. You know what I mean? And there's sometimes in your mind you think, oh, there's no one to talk to, or there's no one, but there's always someone to talk to, and there's always someone to, or even doing something that you love. Like me, on a Monday, I'm thinking about football. On a Saturday, football's my therapy, my counsel session. But doing anything that you love, swimming, going library, reading books, whatever, just make sure you're doing something that you enjoy during the week, or to get things off your mind. My important.
Peter?
For me, yeah, exactly the same. Just encourage and open up that space for men to be able to talk. We're very much a generation of men now that have been brought up along the lines of, you're a man and you've got to keep that front up, and you've got to keep up the persona of being this tough guy. But ultimately, that's exactly right. That comment has just come in there. There's a massive stigma around mental health, especially men's mental health, and we're trying to end that and end it in a positive way.
It's I'm 41, and again in like our household, I'm the oldest as well, so I'm the one that's kind of got to keep that stiff upper lip that everything is okay and whatnot, and yeah, I can definitely say that I've suffered, it's probably not until recently, probably in my late 30s, possibly, where I started to actually talk openly about everything that's kind of gone on, and we need more conversations. We need more conversations about this.
Absolutely. Yeah, you're not wrong. Certainly something that we're looking to have at the forefront of. I mean, even if you look at our badge is it's to about two heads, male and female, and that brain, and it's we just need to open up the conversation. That's all we need to do, and just not be so hard on men when they do start to open up that conversation, because there is still a stigma around men when they do open up that conversation and start the talk. Just our door will always be open for anyone whoever wants to talk, whether it be an oppo, a ref that's just sent one of our players off, whatever the case may be. We're there, and we're open to we'll keep that door open for anyone.
Amazing. So Tony is sorry, Dan.
I saying that there was a ref yesterday. I think if he wants to holler at me, then I think because he was under pressure yesterday. With the match yesterday, the ref was under pressure. I think I'm here if you want to talk, man.
Yeah, love that. Love
To
that.
be fair, that goes back to what I said about the referees and stuff today. Like he was open enough to come up to us at the end of the game and talk about how we'd made the mistakes, but at the same time, he was ultimately put into that position by the opposition and ourselves, to be fair, where he had to make the decisions and ultimately, yeah, he had it about him to come up and talk to us after the game. And it was, yeah, it was good. It was refreshing actually to have such an inexperienced ref actually talk to us at the end of the game and really go over what he was thinking and stuff. So ultimately, well played to them, to be fair.
The comments are flooded in. So Tony said, coming and said that the team's doing amazing. Keep up the brilliant work. Marlene Morris, hopefully I've got your first name right. Watching what my brother has done from the start to finish. We're all so proud of him, and they're a great team. Tony Morris is coming again. I think Old Peeps FC are an inspiration, and hopefully they can get other members of the community to understand more about mental health and being aware of someone else's mental health issues too. Tom Murphy, coming from personal feelings, it's very hard as a man to speak out due to some people thinking you're weak, but from the moment you start speaking and speaking it out makes you feel strong as a person. And you know, that's so important, isn't it? You know, people think being vulnerable is weak as men, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, it's viewed as a weakness, isn't it? And ultimately, it isn't. You know, it's just something that has to be spoken about, because otherwise it can get too much and too far. And God forbid it gets, you know, too far that it can't be brought back. You know.
Yeah. And let's see, Thomas coming again, and the realization that there are people out there in the same situation makes you feel like you're not alone. Marlene is coming again. All mental health, whether male or female, I love what the guys are playing for and finally getting men's mental health open. Getting men's mental health as open as females.
Yeah.
Very, very true. Broccoli is coming. I've like Danny. Sorry, I've like Danny have joined Old Peps. Oh, I like Danny has joined the Old Peps this season. Personally, the support and welcome I received from the players and club staff was amazing. Actually, Danny, did you do a initiation song?
No, hell no.
No. Peter, what's going on?
We missed a trick there. We missed a trick.
We might put down a little rap something. I might, you know what I mean? I might do a little rap. It's still time. It's still time. What up, man?
Get ready to let's do that.
Little kind of song, I think, you know.
There you go. There you go. So let's kind of go to your league table at this present moment in time. So you guys are second in Div 5, 6.
Yeah, that's it.
6.
Yeah. So you guys are second. Question to you, Dan. Who's been the toughest team that you guys have played so far this season? Oh well, just so far, full stop.
Yeah. Well, like I said, first year playing vets, and the game that we had yesterday against LSU, yeah, that was our. Well, we've had 2 tough ones in 2 weeks. So yesterday, LSU, that was a tough one. Yeah, good side. Yeah, that was our first tough opponents in the league. And the week before, we had a cup game against Groundhoppers. Was it Groundhoppers? Yeah, that was a good game as well. The cup game, the final result didn't match. I know a lot of teams say this, but you wouldn't tell who was in a higher league and who wasn't. We we played well, but we let ourselves down in the second half. But LSU yesterday, very good game yesterday.
And could you elaborate in terms of what you guys did in the second half against Grasshoppers to let yourself down?
From first half, we went 2 goals down early. Just silly mistakes. Went 2 goals down early. Came back into it to make it 2-1. Yeah, after 20 minutes, we was the better side, playing a better football, creating chances, wasn't taking our chances. And then they hit us on a counter attack to make it 3-1 at half time. And then second half, they just had more energy about them. Yeah, and then just went downhill from there. But first half you couldn't tell who was in a higher league or not. I think if they was on here, they'll tell you that they had a good game on that match.
Okay. And question to Peter, do you get involved in like any conversations if like certain things are not happening with the first team?
No. Is the honest answer. I kind of let the managers do their thing, the manager and the secretary do their thing and run the club as and when they need to. I mean, if they do need my support in any matter, they've got it, wholeheartedly. But generally, I let them crack on.
Okay, cool. And what's the objectives for Old Peps?
The objectives this season are more silverware, and ultimately we've got aims behind the scenes to be at a certain level by next year, and we're looking to try and achieve that. So we've got aims to win more silverware this season, certainly. But, we want to keep hold of that cup that we won last season, and go one better and win the league this year, especially as the first team. And the second team want to emulate that, emulate the first team as well. So it's all about, the bar's been set now by the first team from last season, and it's about following it up and constantly bringing it up to standard and doing what we need to do.
Peter, you're being very, very, very modest here. I didn't like that answer at all. What's going on? Come on, please tell us exactly what you guys are doing behind the scenes. The ladies team, come on, let's talk about the ladies.
Well, the ladies actually had their first session today. They had their first open session today at Charlton Park, and they'll be coming on board over at our training venue on Thursday. We're moving forward as a club. We're steamrolling forward this over the last 12 months. We're certainly doing some special things, and the addition to the women's edition this season or next season will be awesome, and then we'll kick on hopefully with a county team, and then go from there.
That is amazing work, absolutely amazing. H2O's come in and said that.
I say, Pete, I think I'll be coming for extra training.
Oh dear. H2O's come and said, Danny and Sean, you are the old Southeast legends.
Thank you.
Paul has come in and said, Old Peps is the first football club I've played for, and that actually felt like an extended family. We all look after each other. Tony is coming again. You put, have you got any more charity games lined up?
No, nothing. In all honesty, we were talking about that yesterday. No, nothing at the moment. We're looking to try and get something done up for Christmas time, but it might be a bit too late now to be thinking about Christmas. But potentially, there's something in the new year, certainly for another big venue potentially. Okay, so what?
Okay, and Danny, it kind of looks like you have a team that's literally that's kind of looking to mark you out, at the game. Have you got a response to H2O?
Many people have tried to mark me out the game, and I'm still, you know what I mean? I'm still waiting.
Keep deep, Dan. Keep those pockets deep.
Yeah.
Actually, Dan, what's your kind of own objectives this season?
Well, okay. I started this season. I said to myself, I want at least 15 goals, at least 10 assists. Want to win the league. That's without doubt. Want to win the league. And yeah, the cups that we're on, I want to win a couple as well. Yeah, definitely.
Love that.
Definitely.
And Annie has come in and said, just like to say how well Pete and the team have done in such a short space of time. So glad to be part of this club in the background. So literally, I guess Annie is literally part of the management staff.
Yeah, Annie deals with all the media. She's my sister. She deals with media, gets all the posts out, social media and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, she deals with all the graphics and all the posts and generally keeps us out there and up on lights and do it, keep doing what we're doing.
Annie, I salute you. Big shout out to you, Annie. Honestly.
Yeah.
Big shout out. So yeah, where can people find you guys? Please again, like spread out your contact details, please.
Well, we're contactable at oldpeps@gmail.com, oldpepsvfc, at gmail.com, or pete@oldpepsfc.co.uk, or you can find us at Cold Harbour on the Wednesday and Thursday evening between sort of 7:30 and 8:30. Or 7:30 and 9:30, sorry. Yeah, we'll be training there every week, so come on down. By all means, give us a shout if you want to come and play for us, and we're always looking for that extra bit of quality to take us forward. So by all means, get in touch.
Amazing. And to you, Danny, any new players that actually come down to train, what type of welcome will they expect?
Yeah, everyone feels welcome straight away. There's a number of players that go up and welcome themselves, and yeah, they'll have a good session, have a nice little laugh. Yeah, everyone feels welcome. Like I said, when I came, the first pre-season, I felt at home straight away. Yeah, straight away. So I felt loyal to them when it came to the end of pre-season. I had, like Pete said, I had offers to go other clubs, but I felt at home. I felt, it was a good place to play my football this season. So yeah, no, any player that comes down, anyone that comes to watch will all feel welcome.
No, that's absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Danny and Peter, thank you so much for coming on. And again, big shout out to Sean as well. Big shout out to Sean. Sean, again,
special thank you.
Yeah, definitely 100%. And again, this is literally what football is about. It's about communication, and networking. And again, exactly what I kind of said to you, Pete. Like, I had no idea that you guys even existed. And then literally when I kind of did my little bit of research, and then when I spoke to you briefly as well, I'm like, oh my gosh, like this is like not only a team, this is a family, and you put mental health like at the forefront of everything else. And I can see by like the comments, people actually love exactly what you like guys are doing. So honestly, thank you so much for coming on to the channel. Honestly, thank you so much.
I'm tuned into you every week, so yeah, you're doing a big thing for grassroots football, and yeah, you're getting viewers in. You're making things aware, making people aware of grassroots football, and the discussions that you have is I rate it, man. So keep up the good thing that you're doing as well.
Absolutely, yeah. These are the kind of platforms that grassroots football needs. Absolutely needs it from day one. You need to be able to get on these kind of platforms and spread the word about grassroots football, because it's an unspoken about sort of topic really in the whole country. It's you know, we don't bat an eyelid at how much we have to pay and stuff like that to play grassroots football and stuff. And you know, there are other countries that get it for free, so we've got to look really and dig deep into what we can do to really sort of get the word out there. So thank you, honestly, for what you're doing. It's genuinely been something great. So thank you.
Thank you.
No.
No. I am far from perfect. But honestly, thank you like so much for the kind words. Before we leave, I just want to mention to everyone out there watching, I have a show every single Monday called the Starting 11. It's the hot topics from the Premiership. Michelle, Joe, and Billy will be hosting every Monday at 8 o'clock live. I also have the live London Vets draw. Sorry that Old Peps are not in the London Vets round, but hey, like, it's a live draw. Jamal and myself will be, again, just talking about the results. And again, as I said before, a live draw. And this is on Monday, so that's tomorrow at 9:30. I have a podcast as well, the Amateur Footballer podcast that comes out every single Friday. And this is original content. And this is just me talking about my ups and downs, how I feel about football, how I feel about life. And yeah, please tune in. That's the Amateur Football podcast on the Selk platform. And I also produce work for the Sunday Football League as well, every Friday. So please tune in every single Friday, and you'll hear me talk to someone about grassroots football. And of course, like the main show, which again, Danny and Peter have been on today, every single Sunday at 8 o'clock live. We'll just talk about football, vets, open age, ladies football, whatever you guys want to talk about, I am here for you. Again, big shout out to Peter and Danny from Old Peps FC.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
If you kind of want to know more, please DM either myself or again through Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and again I'll be happy to actually send your details through. Thank you guys for watching. We'll be back next week, Sunday. Have an amazing week.